All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 4, Episode 20. Okay.
20.
Yeah.
And they got the money.
Mm-hmm.
They got the money.
They dealt with Shigechi's unruly greed and such. And they've all made out like bandits in this case there.
They are very rich high schoolers.
Yes, and this shows what happens when the DM allows the players to basically just go rampant and have fun in the systems that they created.
Yep.
And hey, given
go.
that we have had lasting, impactful consequences to the environment and setting of Morioh, this money will be relevant at some point in the story, probably.
Maybe from here moving forward, Josuke will have a different character design because he got a whole set of new clothes and shoes and hair products and everything.
In before he blows it all on video games or something stupid.
No,
and then
he's blown on
right.
things much more serious.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, of course. Okuyasu, though, he's the smart one. He's going to invest. Right. He's going to invest his money.
Put it in a Roth IRA and grow stock mutual funds. Yep,
for sure. But it's funny because Koichi still hasn't reconnoitered with the group.
Right. They still don't know about the serial killer and all that.
What's going on? So, I think this thing is that they've now introduced Shigechi, so Shigechi is going to in some ways be like, a little bit connected to the Joe Bros kind of squad, and then when Koichi brings everyone up to speed, he brings everyone up to speed.
See, what we haven't caught on to yet is that Koichi is actually the main character of this part. Josuke is just sort of like a goober that just does stuff.
With an OP stand,
Exactly, but like Koichi is serious.
Well, Koichi also has the stand that has a potential progression.
Right.
Like his stand could evolve even further beyond his little Pokemon cell.
If this is kind of random, but if Koichi's stand evolves, could Crazy Diamond devolve Echoes
by punching itself?
By punching Echoes and returning it to a previous state.
No, that would be...
Would that work?
I don't think so. But that's an interesting thing to bring up because stands are the only things that can attack stands.
Right.
So, yeah. All right, y'all. Well, questions only for the JoJo verse. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
So, Rob, now that we're alone and Caleb's gone, let us enact the plan, the coup. Tonight, at midnight. Yes. We will seize control of everything. He will not know what hit him.
I hear you.
Quick.
Trying to be sneaky.
Initiate emergency procedure.
Joke's on you. I stood outside the door and waited for 10 seconds. And heard everything. You expected me to not hear, but...
If we're both blonde brothers, which of us is Dio?
Wait, so are we debating as to who is God? Like,
whoever kisses the other's crush first, that person's Dio.
What if we've already done it? Like,
is there something you want to tell me, Caleb?
Trains. Aww. I wonder why.
They introduced the serial killer that goes after women. We talked about that she might end up being a target at some point.
Oh, gotcha. We're showing this from her perspective. What's this?
Okay. Wait, is this the other
this is the
lady
girl in the OP?
Opening?
Yeah.
What stand-up power is this? I also do boob jobs, but that's in another building.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so her stand obviously has something to do with her beautician practice.
Right.
Oh my god, that animation, wow.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to Google that. That sounds interesting.
And she's going to set her up with Kira.
Oh, you think that this is someone that
Either willingly or
unwittingly...
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's creepy, Jacob, but that's a very real possibility.
Yeah. That she, like, sends people to him.
Or just accidentally does.
Uh-huh. Because he hangs her out around this place to prey on the... Oh, wow.
That's funny. That was great. Wow. Yeah. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What? But I'm over it now. Oof. Oh, and she sees this all as just...
right.
Hey.
Thirsty.
That was a genuine smile from her, though.
Yeah?
Oh, something's affecting him. Something about this is affecting him.
Sure.
Or wait a minute, it's a fantasy. What if none of this is even happening? What if none of this is even happening?
That's a definite possibility.
Like, what if this is like another person?
Because the other girl came out of the place saying all that stuff, but it wouldn't have happened then.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
This is cool. I have no idea how the stand is, What? Oh, and then it just ended. Dang. So it had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with his stomachache and stuff. The stand's effect wore off. Whoa, that is a genius strategy. Capture love, oh my gosh.
There are some things even tentacle powers can't do.
Oh, okay. She wants to be a wish granter.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe she isn't as malicious necessarily.
Sure.
This is an example of Tonyo's, but it's with a beautician, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
That way the change can become permanent.
Yeah.
Alright.
No.
Or is this a test?
Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. Right.
It's a good point.
So you're gonna do all this for free. Oh. So they're gonna enter into a sort of partnership. I like it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Dang.
There you go.
Koichi-kun? Yukako-san? そうだ、これYukako-sanのカバンだったんだ。え？こっちが僕のね。間違えて持ってきちゃったよ。私を見て。何か湧き起こってくる気持ちあるでしょ？それはよう、Koichi-kunじゃないか。
Ah! Rohan! Hey!
恥ずかしいだろ。なんなのこれ。
You're so needy.
私は無敵のヒロインになったはずじゃないの？あんたのスタンドシンデレラの効果は一体どうしたっていうのよ。Koichi-kunと何かあったんじゃない？そのせいよ。
Well, I may have kidnapped him and among other things.
でもいずれ運勢はあなたに味方するわ。亀湯行くの？
Oh my gosh, everyone's going. They've got a squad of people going.
Wow.
じゃあないの。泣いてほしくない母親までいるわ。何が運勢が味方する。あのエステ女。
Oh my gosh. Oh no, 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 no. Yeah, get outside quick.
Oh. Wait.
What luck?
これよ。運勢ってこれなんだわ。
Wait.
Wait,
Really?
wait, what?
Wait. You're kidding.
It worked that well?
What?
Oh my god, what?
Josuke.
Oh my god!
Wow. Wow.
He just like,
And Okuyasu still hasn't responded.
Right.
ちゃったみたいなんだ。
Uh,
この性格が結構いいかなって思えたりして温かい気持ちになるんだ。これって恋かな。
ah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
なんでそんなたまげた急展開になったのか知らねえが、ゆか子もおめえもお互い好き同士っつうんなら。
休んでるんだ。
So we time skipped,
伝言とか
and she's
Been taken by Kira, probably.
well, I don't think they would do that so off screen.
全然。
I think maybe what it is,
I
she
don't
feels
know.
kind of guilty.
その理由は直接ゆか子に会って聞くしかねえと思う。
We'll come with you.
Yes.
俺たちが
Oh, okay.
関わ
Wow.
Oh man.
待ってゆか子さん。
No, it is her.
私そんな人ではありません。
Oh no.
Whoa.
Cinderella. Everything wore off. That is Yukako.
There's an adverse.
There's an adverse effect, yeah.
Whoa.
いえ、やっぱり待って。
Holy crap.
Well.
やってくれたわね、このうすらボケ。顔がどんどん崩れていくわ。化粧してもすぐに取れるわ。
Oh my gosh.
あれほど30分に一度シンデレラの口紅を塗るのを忘れないでと念を押したのに、ちょっと忘れただけなのに。
It's like negative probability manipulation stuff just rebound,
Yeah.
like hitting her hard.
おいちか、なぜここに。いえ、バレてしまう。まずいわ。いいえ、私そんな人ではないわ。その性格なんだな。
Huh?
そのものすごくタフな性格、間違いなくゆか子さんだよ。その性格なんか好きになっちゃって、そしてその人使い。
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Koichi, you're smart. Exactly.
これ顔のパーツが飛び出した。もう否定しているのに、 人格を見る目ってやつがあるわ。
So is this all to teach her a lesson?
Yep. Yep.
彼の行動に免じて魔法使いとしてもう一度だけその中から一つ自分の顔を選びなさい。自分の顔を選べたら顔を元に戻すことが。
So it's a lesson of self-acceptance because
Yep.
it's yeah.
シンデレラの話
Nice.
の靴のようにぴったり合うものを
Cool.
選び他人の顔を選んだのならその顔は決してあなたにはな
Whoa.
馴染まないというよりこの辻彩の美の基準から言うと醜いといった顔になると予告しておくわ。鏡の顔って左右逆さまだから。
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yes. Yes.
全部違うだわ。
Oh.
あなたの顔
Wow.
全部違うと見抜いた時だけ。
Okay, good. Okay.
魔法
I'm trying to remember what are the defining features of her face that are different.
Very angular eyebrows.
Yeah, the eyebrows are wrong. Yep.
この顔じゃないわ。 どうしたの早く選んで。
Oh, she figured it out.
いえ、
Did she?
私選ぶのやめたわ。光一くんに選んでもらうわ。
Whoa.
There we go.
だって
Nice.
Cool.
光一くんの選んだものなら、私そ
Oh, it's like a painting.
どう
Oh, that's cool.
それでも
Cool.
だわ。それに従えるわ。
That's in some ways an even better conclusion than solving
Yeah.
it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
In some ways, because it's not about self-acceptance at this point. It's basically her saying that she doesn't care what she looks like.
あなたのスタンドでエコーズの目を傷つけて、僕の目を
Whoa.
後悔しないとか言ってるけど、ゆかこさんの性格だと違う顔になったらきっと僕に見られるの嫌だと思うんだ。
What?
ゆが見なけりゃ済むことだろうと思うので。
Oh, she's moved by it. She's moved by it. She's gonna be like, no, don't.
じゃあゆかこさん。はい。
Oh, wow.
見て光一くん。ぴったりだ。光一くん。
But that looks slightly different.
Yeah.
選んでくれた。あげたけど直してあげたわ。何の
Oh, so she did fix it. Okay, gotcha.
魔法使いとしての古見に関わるから。ゆかこさん、あなた男の子を見る目だけは
Cool.
だったよね。
That is true. At the very least,
Yeah.
she has good taste.
愛と出会うメイクいたします。
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay, so this
All right.
was a fun standalone episode, and we brought back Koichi, which is good. We also, did you see what they did there? They subtly showed us all the characters that are kind of like big characters that have been introduced thus far.
Yep. That's true. That's true.
That was a very sneaky way of basically saying, hey, there have been a lot of characters that have,
You'd be ashamed if something happened to them.
it'd be a shame if we didn't kind of remind you that, you know, there's been a lot of story built up to this point before we start to crank things into maximum overdrive.
Right. And so the thing is, we've said with yandere type characters that if you want to get us to really care about them as characters, you kind of need to give them a facelift.
Ha! Ha ha!
This
Yes,
this is one way of doing that.
it is.
This is one way of doing
It's a
that.
bit direct,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it works.
Well, and also the whole idea of like people like, or we were wondering whether what's her name, Palm from Hunter x Hunter was inspired by
Definitely
Yukako.
was.
Well, now we've got hair tentacle powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Starts as a yandere.
Yep.
Then you get a transformation.
Yep.
That basically changes also who they are as a person and a character, and you know, tempers them a bit.
Yeah, less about appearance and more about
Right.
actually their temperament and
Mhm.
who
Yep.
they are. Yeah.
So you know, it's like, oh, there you go.
Huh.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, very interesting.
Continues.
Yeah, and I like the idea of this new character, Aya, being brought into, Dr. Aya being brought into the story, because her stand is one that's incredibly powerful, again.
Right.
With a multitude of, I would say, abilities that go beyond just the, you know, the obvious stuff of the body image and stuff. But she's incorporated it entirely into her life. There's no malicious intent. It's all something where she's trying to make other people happy and then make her living along the way.
Right.
So while this is something that's a bit manipulative in some ways by
right, because it does seem to affect the mind almost, or fate itself, kind of.
Well, like luck. The whole idea of luck being this thing that is...
Yeah.
Because, let's be real, in a lot of ways, y'all, the attractiveness of a person does factor into a lot of their social kind of situations.
Sure.
It's something where I've noticed this time and time again. Like, just the other day, I was looking for mechanics. Just out and about looking for good mechanics. And I went to a mechanics shop, and there was this really attractive girl at the counter asking questions about a car, right?
Oh, uh-huh.
And the guy just was answering every question.
Yep.
There was no, it didn't seem like there was any transaction going on or anything like that. And it was just like, just another example of where, beauty does alter in a lot of ways the perception of that. But what's even more attractive, or even more, I would say, altering, is someone's countenance with how they perceive themselves and how they are, I would say, just able to be comfortable in their own skin.
Yes.
I have met so many people who are like just so confident in who they are, and regardless of like attractiveness or anything like
that.
It's magnetic. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's something that cannot be understated. And I think that her going through this here in this episode was handled actually quite maturely.
Yeah, because they've there were a few things that they did in this episode that I was rather surprised by. One, they did the whole thing of what essentially boiled down to the female character that wants to get a makeover to get the guy that she likes, right?
Yep.
That's been done in anime and other stories many times, oftentimes much worse than this, right?
Yep.
But this actually made it so that, she discovered something about herself. She had good communication with the guy that she liked and everything, and also they did something where they had basically the equivalent of like a magic spell or whatever, the equivalent of almost like a love potion actually work.
Yeah.
Because what it seemed to do is that it was like, okay, it made them available to the idea, but then after it wore off, they were still okay with it, right?
Yeah.
It was like a thing of, like, all right, I could see it happening.
Because here's the thing that's good to separate here is when Koichi talked about the things that made her recognizable, the things that made him go, no, this is you. You're Yukako. It was because of her demeanor, the way of her confidence, the way the way she's so sure of herself. Koichi is a character that is not super confident, or at least wasn't super confident. Has been kind of reserved, shy, and less sure of himself. So Yukako comes in and is constantly putting herself out there, getting the opportunity to get rejected constantly.
Sure.
And it sucks to get, constantly ignored, rejected, and of course, she's going to be emotionally distraught, frustrated, and angry, and, going through all that stuff there. Because that's what, we would deal with if we were, really in love with someone, and we were just like, okay, I'm gonna keep putting myself there, I'm gonna do my best, I'm gonna do everything I can. And while, your mind about it might be wrong because you're trying to, capture the person, essentially.
Right, and they dealt with that whole side of Yukako that is...
Yes.
So she's not like that. Now, she still has the temper, but the thing is that if you were, if I was in a situation where I was despairing about something, right? And then basically someone came along and gave me hope, as like this, here's this awesome solution.
Yes.
But then it wasn't that they turned out to just actually be lying or something,
right?
But that they were trying to screw me over or manipulate me
or capitalize off of it.
Right, exactly. Give me a sort of solution to make me need to keep coming back to them and stuff.
False hope.
Oh, yeah. I would be pretty pissed off. No. I hate fairies. I hate fey creatures. It's because they do shit like that.
Yes.
That's yeah. So that aspect of Yukako that was violent and everything, it was a lot more relatable here than just the I love this boy, so I will capture him and keep him here at this house and all that stuff. Yeah. So that was good. And then Koichi coming in and caring about her, being worried about her and being like, hey, what's going on? And
twice. Right.
And recognizing her because of her bad aspects. And basically, it wasn't wasn't that, oh yeah, you look awesome or whatever. It's
right.
that, no, I accept you as you are.
Right. Things not pertaining to her body image.
Yeah.
Things not pertaining to, in some ways, even like the most obvious of things, being like, well, sorry, this is an anime. Character designs are limited, so obviously you're
the
Yukako.
only person with 3.5 foot hair.
Yeah, exactly. But no, he recognizes her based on not only the way she sounds and moves and acts, but her demeanor, like the way that she like holds herself. This is something that
the way she speaks.
The way she speaks, yes. But this is something that I've noticed just about myself, and like primarily I would say just myself, is that when attention is put to holding myself up, basically, to being confident in the way I basically stand. You could say standing proud.
Stando power.
No, but really, like when you stand proud in who you are, there's little changes that happen, not only in the way you perceive the world or just your environment, but the way others perceive you. So it's almost like this whole episode was a meta joke on the whole idea that it's not about having any kind of stando power. It's just standing proud and posing intensely.
Well, and here's the other thing.
And things will just work out.
The makeup specifically made her look more like a JoJo character.
Yep.
Like, the lines on her face were all angular, like she had the cheekbone lines and everything, and like, it's like, wow, Araki, wow, you're amazing.
I also like that in some ways the looks changes and things that happen to her, Koichi never really acknowledged them.
Right.
Like, there was never really a specific moment where he said, she looks different.
Yeah.
And yet he recognized her based on her demeanor, meaning like her looks were dramatically different. And he didn't go, what's wrong with your face? Or anything insensitive like that. He just went, oh, no, you're clearly Yukako. Like, no one else has this type of demeanor. And,
right. And then he's wait, you're getting screwed over by a stand, aren't you? This lady's a stand user,
Yeah. And him just quickly catching on to the situation, I think, shows a little bit more that Koichi's grown a little bit.
Yes.
Koichi's changed a little bit. He's not only become, I would say, a little bit more competent with how he reads situations, but he's become more confident. And you might even say that the reason why he was confident in this situation is because he loves Yukako.
Well,
now,
sure, and because he was able to stand up to Yukako before. Like, like as much as she probably shouldn't have kidnapped him and whatnot, Koichi's better off for it.
Right. Yes. The thing I think that's crazy with that, though, is that there's a lot of times I've seen where guys, and I'm kind of generalizing here just based on personal experience here, where guys get this surge of confidence, basically, and you could also call it stupid, when basically there's a girl or just
power
a
of
person
the boner compels you.
Yes, exactly. It's basically the desire to not just impress, because I would say that is part of it. There is ego involved in there.
Sure.
But it's the desire to be the best person that they can be, because there's something in their DNA that desires to just function well.
Yeah,
when someone around them needs them.
To be needed and depended on, and
And I think that in some ways that was lightly touched upon here, just by Koichi just kind of figuring things out quickly. That is a very weird, I would say, roundabout even explanation for just things being smooth with regards to the plot and stuff like that. But hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it.
I gotta say, probably my favorite scene from this episode was Koichi telling Josuke and Okuyasu.
And he just starts to fall out the window. That was so funny.
And then Crazy Diamond has to catch him. And then Koichi or Okuyasu is still there, and then it's like, Okuyasu, what's going on?
He's just silently. Yeah, the Josuke Okuyasu scene was amazing in terms of just overall enjoyment.
Like Josuke and Okuyasu are such bros. I get the idea of them being friends. Like with part 3, it's like, okay, everyone's all together on an adventure to stop Dio, right? Whereas here, it's like Josuke and Okuyasu, Yeah, they're best buds, you know.
Right.
They're
Right.
sitting at the window and blah, 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 probably talking about girls and like, you know, how frustrating that whole thing can be. And then Koichi's like, so Yukako and I kissed. They're just like, you 4'4", you know.
Oh wow!
Like, you kissed a girl before us? What? Something's wrong with this world.
I love it though. I love it so much. And yeah, we had Akira tease this episode.
We had a Kira tease, yes.
Yes, Kira.
Right.
Not
we didn't
Akira
have we didn't
tease.
have Akira tease, but you know, it's complicated.
Kira was teased this episode.
Exactly. We had one Kira tease.
And now we know that there is no connection between I would say Doctor
But that was a great, like, I feel like that was almost a twist in and of itself, because then the fact that we've set up Kira so much, especially recently, you know, serial killer, you know, young women taking their hands and all that stuff, and then showing him there while basically, you know, Yukako is in this vulnerable state, right?
Yes.
It was a way to basically make us doubt this stand user, even though it ended up being a resolution that was along the lines of the resolutions to the stand users that we've seen in this part thus far, right?
Tonio, for instance, yeah.
Exactly. It was a way to basically add this element of danger and worry when
there was no reason to.
Right, exactly. Yeah. When it was going to be basically handled the same way as they've handled most of the other ones this season.
Yeah, and Kira being around this area, specifically around this building, makes sense.
It does.
Especially if he's been scoping out the area for so long, he's aware of what goes on in there probably.
Oh, yeah.
The main question, though, is he so aware that he knows just that things are, like, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I like that he was here.
Yeah.
Because if he's this predator, basically, him scoping out this environment makes sense.
Yep.
It's a place where
yeah.
Yes,
he's a handsome dude, you know, and if because headcanon here.
Yeah.
If not for Yukako getting the luck boost for the half hour, Kira might have tried to take her.
Oh, I don't know if it's that direct with Yukako. I don't think they're going that route. I think it's more of the thing of that he has in the past positioned himself in such a way to become the object of affection for some of the young women that enter this area.
I'm not saying that they're going to ever say that that's what would have happened or whatever, but
because what would have happened is
just a headcanon for me, since they set him up there, and it could just be to remind us that he exists, you know, and to be scared of him.
Yes.
But I like to think that was something that maybe almost happened. But because the fates were messed with, it didn't. Yeah.
My big thing though is that this episode went and showed a lot of the big players in this story though. I don't think Jotaro was shown though, but as of recently, Jotaro has only been really involved with the rat.
Right, he's been relegated to like, okay, there's a limit to how creative.
Speedwagon contact, basically.
Yeah.
Speedwagon Foundation contact guy, basically.
It's hard writing around Star Platinum, so you know.
Well, also, I think he's probably been investigating just in general in the background.
Sure.
So that when things go main plot again, he will be brought up, actually.
Right.
And remember, I would say, if anything, Araki has told us, oh, don't worry. I have a plan for Jotaro, because it's we can make a stand with this arrow that's stronger even than the world. And you know, like, the world was stronger than Star Platinum even then, in a way. So but you know, Dio is not stronger than Jotaro.
Well, Dio's memory just wasn't very good.
Jotaro's, yes, exactly.
Dio kind of forgot that he can shoot lasers out of his eyes.
But if they're kind of lightly touching upon all those characters there, I'm still sensing that then main plot is very much on the way.
Yes. Yeah.
I've been sneezing a lot.
The fact that they showed Kira again, I don't think they will go too much longer without like addressing it, because the fact that they did the time skip, it's like, okay, does that mean that Koichi told Josuke and them about Kira, or the fact that there's a serial killer apparently? Because like, I mean, maybe he wouldn't tell them immediately, but that seems like the kind of thing that he'd be like, hey, by the way,
Well, this was a meanwhile episode, if you think about it. Because of the way they had the whole thing of Yukako coming by the table and stuff. That was a thing that happened a couple episodes ago. And yes, it was. I think it was before the Shigechi stuff. Yukako bounced by them when they were at a cafe table.
I mean, but this could have just been happening again.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah.
I'm just trying to see if there was any kind of non-linear timeline stuff, and then it becomes a thing of where once they catch up with it.
That it is kind of interesting though,
possible
that what they've done with a lot of the side characters is that they've had them have their episode, but then they'll come back and have another episode with Koichi.
Oh,
like specifically, like I don't think any of the other characters have returned and had an episode with Josuke or anything like that.
Well, I think there's a couple of characters that haven't returned yet.
Possibly, but so far of the two that have, it was Rohan and Yukako. And those
Hazamada, did Hazamada come back? Yeah, because he came back with Rohan to introduce Rohan. Yeah,
right,
okay.
and that was yes,
with Koichi.
With Koichi. So, yeah.
So
Koichi's the true main character.
Koichi is, yes, he's definitely at least I would say more main character than everyone but Josuke.
Right,
maybe.
exactly.
So yes. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about these stories or just hang out in general and chat about whatever. And if anything interests you, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.